Hello, everyone, and welcome to the WSSEA 2025 spring season. We are in week number 2. We've got an exciting best of one for you where two teams are searching for their first win on the season. But before we get into all that action, I got to introduce the legend to my digital right here today. Cherry J, how we feeling, my friend?
We are feeling fantastic. Two stellar teams about to clash. This is going to be Battleground Western Washers taking on Nachi's HS Valorant. Two big teams, a little bit of a rocky start for both of them with an 0-1 season, but this is where you got to make it happen. Hot Sauce, how are you thinking these teams are going to really be able to clash? Do you have any favorites? Do you have any ideas behind what this match could entail?
Well, I'm looking forward to the map pick first. I do believe because Waylay is so new, we're not going to see that new agent in the mix today, but we have seen a ton of Tejo. A lot of these teams, maybe not in the Scholastic level, but a little above, have been playing a double Sentinel to kind of deal with Tejo. So that's something I'm looking forward a little bit today. I casted some Valorant earlier today, and I saw Bind on all 3 of my maps. So my one wish for today, at least, is that hopefully we don't end up on Bind.
And we want to give a huge shout out to Zotac Gaming for powering today's stream. Thanks to their incredible support, we're able to bring this broadcast to all of you, helping to showcase the amazing talent in Scholastic Esports. Let's show our appreciation for Zotac Gaming by giving them a shout out on social media. Make sure to join their community on Discord, and don't forget to use the hashtag powered by Zotac or Zotac USA when you post. That is ZOTAC. And make sure you give them a little bit of a shout out over on social media, Instagram, Twitter, anything else. Hot Sauce, though, we're going to go straight into action. Hopefully, let's see what these teams have to offer us. And as you were saying, that Teo, maybe we're going to be able to see it. And I'm really looking forward to seeing if that will come out, how the adaptations will be to it. It seems like we're going to be going to Lotus for our map today, which honestly, it's not the most favorable to Teo. Usually things like that Fracture, like that Bind can be a little bit more favorable since there's a lot more space that kind of can be closed with the utility that comes out, especially that ultimate, which Teo can get so much value from.
Yeah, and Lotus, another one of those 3-site maps that can often favor that attacking site as well. So we'll have to see exactly what compositions these two teams decide to go with. And as you had mentioned, maybe you can get on Twitter and hashtag Zotac out and go ahead and vote for who you think's going to win here today. Again, both of these teams are 0-1. The Battleground Western Washers are also the Tigers, and then the Nachi's Rangers here about to go head-to-head on Lotus. Lotus is one of those newer maps that's been on the scene for a little while now, so I feel like everybody's pretty comfortable with this map. I know that Tejo can be good over on that A side on defense, much like a Raze, who can kind of throw those paint shells early, look to deny some of that early entry, or maybe even find an early pick to give yourself that team advantage. More often than not, we see teams on that attacking side stay away from that B site, but that's not always the case here. We're going to have to go ahead and take a look and see what exact compositions we'll be working with here today.
Yeah, we're going straight on into the agent select here, and instantly the Killjoy is going to be locked in, which is a big pick. To be totally honest with you, it's not, in my personal opinion, one of the best right now, due to the fact that the lockdown gets a little bit melted down by the Tejo. So it's a little bit of an interesting pick, but when you don't know if it's coming out or not, it's kind of like a blind 50-50 for you. Right now, defense and the attack both going to lock in that Raze, which is a pick that is so strong on a map like Lotus because of that oppressive nature you get on the defensive side, especially when it comes to that ace site. I'm really liking the Battleground High School composition here because of that fact that they are running that double cycle. As you said, you can kind of just lock down that ace site with Killjoy. You can lock down A with Chambers. That Chamber knows how to op. They're going to be a force to be reckoned with. I have Notch, they're playing a little bit more conventionally with that double initiator, which obviously is a very strong pair, but I don't know how I feel about the lack of flashes that's kind of coming out of this team, since they're running double info initiators, which kind of limits their ability to get those flashes, but it does make up for that in the amount that you can kind of play the map, utilizing that owl drone, utilizing those fade prowlers. So, Hot Sauce, I'm really looking forward to seeing how this game could play out. I want to get your opinion, though. Do you think that running this A site is going to be worth it when you know that your opponents have that breach and raise?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I think you start out slow. You always wait for those paint shells to rain down. And I will let everybody know, I think there might be a bit of a bug there. It's actually the up top. It's going to be Nachis that is on that defensive side. Pobble is on Battleground and Hatman on that Nachis side. So I think we'll get those team names swapped around here for you in just a moment. But both of these teams playing very slow here in round number 1.
Oh, but Hobble, this is exactly what I was thinking would happen. Nature that comes from the freaking raise would cause him to 12 HP. Good shot coming out. It's going to be Hayden to secure a double kill. It's absolutely dominant coming out. And not just really good damage. They're going for a triple. Hayden finding a third, taking away the opportunity for an ace. First going to ruin that, but out still alive. That's why you got to make sure the round gets either way. Classic comes through. Knife to secure the round. Battleground High School is going to come out of the gate swinging.
Yeah, and it's actually Nachis again that is winning that round. We do need to get those team names hopefully switched here very shortly. But Hatman, Red, Hearts for him, all members of the Nachis Rangers there. And so, unfortunately for Battleground, not able to quite take that first round there. But I mean, Hay had a nice 3K to open things up. We talked about how valuable of an asset that Raze can be here, and that's what we're seeing a little bit early. Often when you win that pistol round, you go on to win that following round as well. The only thing that's sketchy is we do see some ghosts being forced in, and if you don't stay around that 1800 mark, it's going to make it tough to buy on the full following round.
Oh, look at this. We're going to be seeing a bit of a default play coming out from Battleground High School. We're looking to play a little bit safer. Not going to go too aggressive. First going to take the first contact onto Haven. Just a little bit of a mistake in my first opinion to have that Omen take that first engagement, because they were playing a little bit of a more aggressive from Nachas or Nachas. It would be a little bit dangerous if that Omen gets taken off the board immediately. That dissipates all of your opportunity for smokes immediately, though. It's going to be a complete fake round with the turret taking contact, leading for Battleground High School to take this A site for free.
Spike planted.
Oh, good damage coming out. Star finds the first. There's going to be Rit as well, getting another. Good stuff coming in. R3T looking to get something more, but Haven's going to be able to bounce back. R3T gets another, looking to use this Spectre to its full capability, and Hayden for another secures Nachas another round.
Yeah, and almost a near flawless round here as well, only losing a single member for Nachis. And with that, they'll be able to take back-to-back rounds here. Looking good, but like we mentioned earlier, when you win that pistol round, you often go on to win that second round. So this full buy round here for Battleground High School is going to be an incredibly crucial one for them.
Look at this. Nachis, they're doing so good, being able to keep this aggression. Hayden at 4-0, putting the brakes to Battleground, getting that site take. But right now, this is the round for Battleground to take it in a good enough fashion. If they can't do that, they're going to be in a real bit of a pickle. Because with a Guardian and 4 Vandals, this is a good buy from them against Nachis, who's going to be playing that kind of disciplined version of Valorant where they want to save on these bonus rounds and get their economy flourishing for the later half of this round.
Yeah, and Red had 6K, though, and forgot to buy armor here, so might have been an oversight on the side of Nachis. We'll see if Battlegrounds will be able to capitalize on that. Ninja looking for a bit of intel toward Tree. Doesn't spot many here, and with that, we'll begin to pressure toward the site. Has the Guardian in hand, and right now, it is a bit of a 2-3 split for the rest of the crew. We see that rotation heading back toward the A side as they pop that tree as well. And now Hatman looking for something. The flash is good. Ninja can't back it off. And Star finds a huge pick with a ghost. Able to upgrade the weapon here as well. And now Pummel the 2K from a distance to bring it right back to a 4v3.
As you said, that's a massive pick in tree because it allows Nachis to take complete control over the spike, peeling that away, forcing the side of Battleground High School to open the door. Paranoia comes out. Cars can take first contact. Instantly destroyed. And Pablo deployed. Feline forced to back up. Hard to take this engagement, but still not going to be able to find the kill. Blast packs go over. And they're going to be able to get forward. R3T. They want to get something here.
Need to get something if they're able to. The lone soldier left on the battlefield, able to pop the head of Pavel. And with that, make it a little bit more feasible. Not a lot of health here for Omen, but the owl drone from Tree will spot one, the swing together, and it's going to be Scout able to wrap that one up. So Battleground, after stumbling a bit early, will begin to find their stride. We'll see if they'll be able to run with it here in round number 4.
Oh, I was not expecting Battleground to be able to come back there. I really thought after the little bit of a mistake coming out with the contact in Tree, Nachis would be able to kind of continue that lead, but unfortunately for them, they were unaware of the Battlegrounds just overall. Not like, just, they're carefree right now. Pavel at 35 HP, just taking themselves through A main using the blast packs, and I don't think Killjoy of Nazis expected that whatsoever. That just allowed Battleground High School to overwhelm and obliterate their opponents. Showstopper is going to be online here, and as we saw, Battleground High School, when Pablo has that, they want to be able to use that. Their flashback is being really strong so far.
Yeah, big fan of letting those ults loose so that you can potentially find 2 or 3 in a single half. The majority of the action lingering around the C site. They're going to begin to pressure in. The Showstopper has been popped here from Pavel, searching for one. Ooh. The shot, and it's a bit wide to the left. Drop to 20. The blind is there, and Hearts, Ninja, Plat Stripes in the kill feed. Is everybody getting a piece of the action? They're going to fake the spike here as Ret finds a 2K of their own, combines with Star for another, and now it's all down to the Fade, tucked into the corner of the site. Will be flushed out by Breach, but still able to find that pick on to Hatman. A triple kill, an ace on the cards here for Ninja. He just needs one more, but he can't get it. Ret will solidify the win, and Nachis comes out unscathed.
Nachis High School, they're going to be able to collect another round, and it's R3T to secure 7-1. KDA looking super strong right now. A great performance from them to start us out. Now, as we can kind of tell from these compositions, Nachis High School, they want to get as many rounds off the board as they can in this first half because of the fact that they are running that double sentinel composition. They need to win rounds here. Battleground High School, their composition is suited for both attack and defense. They're going to be flexible on both sides of the board. Atman going to take the engagement. There's going to be the rendezvous, getting them straight out of danger. And here's going to be the execute, but Pavel's going straight up into the air. The Bucky not going to be able to connect for the kill. Hatman finds one, but that's going to be a 2-for-1 trade, and Battleground's going to take that every day of the week.
Every day of the week, and they're rocking the player advantage at the moment. They have an ult to work with if they so choose. So as we see Hearts beginning to linger their way on towards site, but Battleground has a good post-plant positioning. Neon's going to find the first one, and a nice headshot there. Will find themselves a free 6 feet dirt nap. Now Nachis just has 2 left to work with. It's going to be Hayden and Star, and now, because of the tough situation they're in and the economy, maybe considering backing off and opting to find a save here as well, because time's slowly ticking away.
And Nachis, they are in a rough spot here despite ruining the economy of Battleground High School. Engagements are going to come through, not going to be able to connect those shots. Star looking to get some more, but danger is going to come. ADS does not connect anything, and it's going to be disciplined action from Battleground High School. Just waiting, biding their time, not going to fight Nachis just yet.
Love to see the back and forth from these two squads, and Nachis, after that early success, finds themselves in a bit of an economic bind here. So we'll be playing around the couple hero rifles that they were able to save, and they have an ultimate, but it's only the Omen one, so might not use it here in this round. On the other side of things, we have the ult here for Scout. Could find a ton of intel if they're able to find an early pick here in round number 6.
Oh, big stun's going to come out. Able to connect onto 2, but it's only going to be able to halt Battleground High School for now. Still, Star going to be that first player. Shadow Step's going to come through, allow this Omen to connect themselves over to Rubble, gain a little bit more space for the side of Battleground High School. Make sure they are completely covered all of their bases. Instantly, Tree's going to be opened up. Flash comes through from Star, going to stop them at least for a little bit, but it's still the same thing as before with the stun. They're just kind of utilizing this util to stop them, but Pavel's going to be the one to collect. Kill comes out, a second for Pavel, and they're going to be on a tear.
And a tear they are, a nice 2K. We'll see if they can find more as Ninja able to drop the spike down here on the A side, and With that, we'll have plenty of time to work with for Nachis. They have the two-player disadvantage, and we can see Hayden waiting for that smoke to dissipate. Hatman up top with a headhunter doing just that, hunting heads. Haven will find a pick of their own from this tree side as the Roomba goes out, looking for a bit of intel, and that will let Hayden know exactly where this pressure is coming from. Here's the revolving door, steps the other direction, and we'll find some raise on raise violence. One more, the flick, the swing, and he's good for a second. Hayden popping off from a 4v2 back to a 2v2, but unfortunately for Hatman, not able to find the headhunter on that one. Both members have been spotted. Time ticking away. A sense of urgency is needed, but with that pick from Neon Onyx, excuse me, they should be able to solidify the round.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hatman too slow on the spike defuse. It's really just off the back of Neon Oxy, who's just such a good player when it comes down to those clutch situations. As we can see, Hayden, despite being really in the flow of themselves, they were not able to collect that second kill in tree, leading to Battlegrounds being able to even up the scoreline. That equalizer is going to also ruin the economy for Nachis. Hatman not going to be able to collect a buy, and without that tour de force online, they're going to be in a little bit of a rough spot, only able to use their side arm here. So let's see if that's going to be a good enough weapon for them. Obviously, if you're a chamber player, utilizing those pistols is something you're used to, but immediately Haven going to use that paranoia, dropping it in immediately, but they're going to be going straight on into the hands of Hearts for MC if they do opt in for this site push.
And I do believe Chamber picked up a Bulldog right at the end before the pre-buy round concluded there. So still got a little bit of a weapon to work with as we see shots coming through the smokes here from Waterfall. But because there's nobody here on the site, it's going to be a bit of an easy plant for Battleground as they look to get set up for the post plant. It's a 3-2 split here for Nachis on the retake. But again, they have to wait for the smokes to dissipate. The Rolling Thunder comes on through. The Blast Pack, the Showstopper, and Hayden for a 2K. Rhett, Hatman both getting a piece of the prize. And Nachis, after a dangerous start to that round, they win it in dominating fashion, near flawless, as they only drop a single agent.
Aiden is not happy with that last round's performance and went into this one saying, all right, you want to play? Let's play. Showstopper to the face. Double kill off that. Nachis overwhelming them, and Battleground just quickly fled down to the sewers, and Nachis High School will take back the lead. 2 ultimates still online for both teams, so I'm really looking forward to seeing if we can get Pavel's second ult to get a little bit more value than the first.
Yeah, and I imagine that's what they're going to be hoping for as well, because they are starting off with a Bucky here, which is a little bit more of that close range action you typically see on the side of defense, or unless you can blast pack your way in there. But Pavel is up close and personal here, might have an opportunity. No, Ninja's going to find the first pick on the Hatman, and that's an upgrade here for Pavel. If they're able to find the Vandal, they'll drop the paint shells and be able to secure that weapon indeed. And with that, looking to take control of that B site. There is 2 up top they're aware of. A beautiful blind from Breach, steps out, and now the spray is good for 2. Make it a triple kill as Breach is the star, the shining star at the moment. A quadra, and now an ace on the docket. Has to pop the reload here first. Omen waiting here. Now the defusal comes in. The spray. The ace denied, but Hearts for M's will wrap it up, and Natchez will extend that lead by 2.
Not just taking this lead and completely bringing it further. Despite the first blood going in the hands of Battleground High School, they were not able to collect. And Hot Sauce, I'm really liking how Natchez has kind of just taken the proactivity to another level here. They look so good when it comes to their ultimate usage, their team play. We're going to be seeing Hatman probably pulling out the tour de force this round. That operator is going to be so good, especially into the full shields bought out by Ninja Don, Neon Oxy, and Pablo. Or Onyx, I guess would be the right wording for that. Sorry about that. Looks like we're going to be seeing some Pokemon in this battlefield.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Battleground, I think they had a couple of members with sheriffs only as well, so we'll be just a little bit outgunned as we see Star maybe popping the head there through the wall. Will apply a bit of damage toward that fade. The tour de force does go out on the other side of things, but maybe a rotation in store here as we see him beginning to pressure onto the C site. Heart for Ims is alone over here, and now doing the dance of death here with Pavels as they will get a bit of backup. Ninja onto the site as well, looking for the intel from the Han, and with that, Heart for Ims will back off toward Waterfall a bit and wait for the retake with the rest of the squad.
Ninja Don, they had a little bit of a rough start, but at this point, they are that kind of just player for Battleground who's been kind of being that real anchor for them, utilizing their utility, able to get this game under their control. Hatman not gonna care. Neon Onyx, first one to fall.
Oh, Rhett, hey, Dan, finding a two-piece of their own here, and with that, they combine from the sky. The Sheriff, no good. Heart for M's. Hatman on the Tour de Force. And Nachis, again, another flawless round as they will double that lead that they currently had, and at a minimum, will solidify a tied half.
Hot sauce, look at this. The flawless comes out. If this isn't a masterclass performance, they faltered at the start, but at this point, that's 3 rounds in a row, and they just keep looking better and better. Notches High School, they can't be faltering anymore with how well they're playing. I mean, only 3 big rifles are going to be bought out. Those Vandals need to go huge because Ninja Dawn is potentially gonna be selling. Okay, maybe they're gonna transfer away some of their buys, save up their money. Gonna be a Spectre with no shields bought for this top 5 player, which I don't really love because Ninja Dawn, clearly they're one of the people who can be proficient with the Vandal, so to not have him on one is definitely an interesting idea.
Yeah, I mean, Pablo only has 17 health. It might be a good idea to drop in the Vandal and just look for the showstopper. Unfortunately, Star has already found Scout, and so, again, they have an early pick. Hayden finds Pablo, so the showstopper will be shut down here as well, and Nachis continues to assert their dominance here on the battlegrounds as we see Star inching forward here, smoke in the way, and with that, Battleground will opt to back off a bit, looking for a quick rotation that potentially could pay off because Nachis has rotated all the way over toward A. They're looking to cheat through B, but again, if Battleground can quicken this pace a bit, they should be able to have numbers advantage. We do see Omen ulting that way, though, and now Nachis getting very close to being on point.
Yeah, this is definitely a big play from the side of Nachis to be able to shut down the Neural Theft and that showstopper. 2 ultimates off the board. R3T secures 1. Showstep's going to come through, but the vulnerable effect gets applied. Haven doesn't care. Secures the kill either way, and they want to go for more, but Hayden's going to be opening this door. The revolving door. Going to be Neon Onyx to secure 1 under the wall, trying to get the wall bang, unable to connect the shots. They know exactly where their opponent is, and they'll be able to find the kill eventually. The tip of the barrel showing, and Nachis will get their 7th round on the board.
Yeah, and again, now they get to guarantee themselves a winning half, at least for this first half. And with that, Hatman will break out the op as well, a full set of rifles. And you take a look at the other side here for Battleground. Unfortunately, they find themselves in a bit of an economical disadvantage, but they do have 5 ultimates to work with. And unfortunately, 3 or 4 of these have been online for a while. They've kind of held on to them for a bit too long. And so at this rate, I'd like to see 2 or 3 used this round and then maybe the following couple the following round so they could look to put a couple rounds in a row back to back and see if they can bring this game back.
Hot sauce. Look at Star's KDA there. Those 14 assists on 1 player alone. At 10 rounds on the board. This is a phenomenal scoreline for this Nache squad. Like, look at this, though. Hearts 4M trying to get the shot. Not going to be able to connect. Just the unwavering confidence coming out of Battleground High School is looking so good, especially when it comes to Pablo, but it's not going to matter in the end. It's still Battleground getting completely dismantled, and Hearts 4M with a triple kill going to be the one to secure the round.
Yeah, again, and it's another flawless round at that. So we saw some really moments of shining greatness from Battleground in those first 3 of 6 rounds, but now they've been stifled a bit. They need to find a way to answer back, and at least they were saving together, so they should be able to find a full buy, but Neon Onyx still opting to just go with that Spectre as well. Maybe a weapon that they're a little more comfortable with. But again, 5 ults in the previous round. They've brought 4 of them into this round as well. And so it's the last round before the half. You can't take them into the next half. I'd like to see them all expended here.
Oh, Natchez High School looking strong. They do only have 1 ultimate on the board compared to Battleground High School, who do have 4. Unfortunately, that idea of using the lockdown, it can get instantly neutralized by Battleground High School since they do have that sorry, I'm blanking on the name right now for some reason, Hunter's Fury, that they can extend to just kind of utilize just for that alone. Hayden playing aggressive, instantly shut down. Pablo's going to be the one to do it. That's exactly what you want if you're Pablo, being able to take down that operator and get this site early on. Star, though, playing the aggressive showmaker, still not going to be able to get anything. They try and get those plays involved, but Natchez High School, they're still going to be down a player. And this player deficit needs to be closed if you want to bring a 9-3 half if you're Natchez.
Yeah, and we got Killjoy in a long lurking flank here as well. They did pop a Cypher trip, so they should have an idea that that flank is coming in as they get this plant down. They have that player advantage. They have a ton of ults to work with here, and you mentioned that Hunter's Fury is phenomenal for post-plant positioning, but Heart for M's able to get into a cheeky position, pop up the lockdown, and that could make things a bit more tougher for everybody here stuck into tree, but Hearts, Hatman both combining for a pick of piece as Pablo will find the triple and is not done just yet. Blast packing to safety. With that, the smoke will be dropped, and now they have to push on through. Two on the other side. Pablo finds a fourth, but steps into a firing squad, and now Haven knows exactly where the plant is, fakes a defusal, and it's Red who finds it, but is there enough time?
Rhett gonna be the one to take it down, and that's gonna be time. 1 second and 0.4. And R3T, Rhett's gonna be so happy with that round, taking it despite Haven knowing exactly where the spike was planted, exactly where their opponent would come out of. They just did not have that confidence that Rhett had. With a 15-5 KD, they said, yes, this is my game. I am the main character, and Battleground High School is just an opposition that I need to overcome.
Well, you know, we'll see if Battleground can call upon the 9-3 curse. It was an amazing half for Not Cheese. And speaking of amazing things, a quick shout out to another one of our wonderful sponsors, LandFest. Thanks to LandFest for building healthy communities through gaming with over 20 different chapters across the United States and more than 150 different events per year. So we strongly encourage you to head on over to landfest.com and check out the Washington chapters in Fernaland and Emerald City LandFest to find an event near you.
100% LandFest is big in the esports, and esports is exactly what anybody watching this wants to go to. So, I mean, Battleground High School, going back into this game, they're going to be swapping halves, forcing Natchez High School to run this double sentinel composition on the attacking side, which, yes, it can be strong. And I don't love how Natchez is playing this, not gonna lie. Not having a lurk with double sentinel is crazy, but it seems to be working perfectly for them. Hayden's gonna be able to overwhelm them with the support of the team. And now Neon Onyx, do they have that ego to poke through here? No, they won't, but they're going to sit. Smoke dissipates, but Neon Onyx somehow getting out, and they're making me eat my words. Star is going to be able to secure the kill.
Yeah, nice kill from Star. They've got the two-player advantage again. Hatman getting a piece of the action as Pablo will channel that inner Deagle Demon here with the Sheriff, but Rhett and Hayden again. And with that, I mean, I felt like that pistol round was almost a must-win round for Battlegrounds. They really put themselves at a big disadvantage here. The economy's not going to be here. And if they opt to force in this round and don't secure it, it's going to spell trouble for the next couple falling rounds, including that important full buy round of the third round of each half.
Yeah, 3 guns going to be bought out for Natchez. I like this, but I don't know if it's enough, because they should realize Battleground High School, they're against the wall here, and they need to buy. So only buying 3 rifles, it's very cocky for Natchez. They want to save their economy for later, and this is a buy. This is a conventional buy. I don't know if you know, but Na'Vi was the team to kind of invent this back when they were a part of FPX, and that was something that really worked for them. But when you're against a team that is buying on their eco round, this could cause a lot of problems. So Battleground High School, I don't think we can count them out just yet. Because if they want to win, this is where they have to do it.
And we will see if they're able to do that here. Haven up top with the Sheriff. As it does look like a lot of that pressure is going to be heading towards C. They were looking to make a little noise over there on the A site, but now has begun to rotate around. Scout in a good position with the Bucky. Will let it sing. Unfortunately, doesn't get lucky just yet. And Gage will able to dip into the Cumby behind the box, down to 21 health here as well. And they'll look to spray through the screen, but unfortunately, Hearts for M is concussed. The Roomba will go out looking for a bit of intel as they look to stampede onto the side. And Star with a Bulldog says, I got the dog in me, baby. Finds the first one on the Scout as the paint shells rain down. The hot will reveal Killjoy here as well. And Nachi's again the player advantage.
Oh, but look at this damage. It's going to come through. Hayden's able to find one instantly. Rhett's going to be taken down, which is a big pick to get. And this is exactly what I was worried about. But the 2-for-1 is going to come out. 2v1 situation. And now, Natchez High School going to be the equalizing the player deficit. Will they be able to secure it? Double players hit by the recon dart. And yes, Battleground with the double kill from Pablo. Utilizing the Roomba. Utilizing the Bulldog. Secure the round, bringing this ever so closer to an even game.
We talked about the no risk, no reward style, and it was a lot of risks for Battleground in that round, but it's certainly going to pay off here as they will grab their 4th round and look to power forward. Hopefully they can build up some of that momentum, look to take a couple rounds in a row here. And honestly, I'd like to see them get 3 or 4 rounds before we see Nachis get another, because they are inching ever so closely to that match point position. We do see them kind of flirting with the idea of buying, but there are a couple members that are dangerously low on the side of Nachis. So honestly, they should give up a round while they have rounds to give. Try to stay around that 2K mark if you can, and that's kind of looks like what the majority of them are doing.
Oh, a little bit of an unfortunate misclick for Hatman there. They are going to be able to utilize this a little bit with the rendezvous, giving them at least a little bit of cover. We get out of jail free card potentially, but Chez playing around the map, trying to work it pretty well, collecting ultimate orbs. They did show a little bit of mid presence, but they're not going to really kind of diverge into mid whatsoever. B site's going to be left open. Pavel's going to be able to sidestep around the spot line, and Hayden smoked off. Big dark burst of the smokes, and lots of utilities starting to overwhelm Hayden, but they're just going to be able to walk through it, not really care. Roomba gets destroyed, Prowler gets destroyed, a little bit of a presence will be seen, but as you can see, Hot Sauce, that's going to be a complete, I guess, fake, because now everyone from Natchez is going to start rotating to the A site, which that divergence allows Natchez to get a free C site.
Yeah, honestly, they did it last time, and we saw Battlegrounds hanging out over there for a while. I thought they were not going to bite on the play, but Nachi is able to distract everybody, bite over an early rotation for Battleground, and with that, they'll be able to pressure onto the C site with ease. We'll see that plant go down, and with that, Hearts will begin to set up here for that post plant as well. It is a 4v5. Battlegrounds has that slight player advantage to work with, so we'll see if they can use that numbers to secure the retake.
Immediately, Cam's going to be going out, or Rhett's going to be able to find the first opening pick to equalize the game, but it's not going to matter. A double kill comes out from Battleground. Make it a triple kill on Pavel getting a double. It's going to be Star to be the last remaining star for this team, but that Stinger is just too close range, and Battleground with those long-range weapons are going to be able to gun them down. Getting a 5th round in Battleground. They're going to be happy with that. That was a save round from Nachis. They did not really put in all the amount they could have. Now it's going to be the time where the artillery comes out and Nachis, it's their time to strike.
It is, but unfortunately, they don't have any ults on deck just yet. Star is close, but if Pavel can find something early with that showstopper, it could really begin to turn that snowball into an avalanche here, as Battlegrounds is now looking to trudge through the trenches and bring this one back. They've cut the lead in half as we head into round 16, and it does look like it's going to be a pressure yet again. It was a fake in the last 2 rounds, so a good job of mixing up the strategies, looking to keep their opponents guessing here.
Pavel, Showstopper's going to be online. We've seen the Showstopper able to get some good value earlier in this match. But will this be an ability that can turn the tide this easily? 6-10. I think that's the point where you really have to imagine that Nachis, they're not out of the woods yet. They're still going to be under a little bit of pressure to close it out. 10-6, you win one more round, that's 10-7, you ruin the economy, that gets even more closer, but Haven wants to make it that 10-6 immediately, looking to try and get some more. Hearts for M's gonna be able to connect the shots, unwavering, unfaltering, Pavel secures a double kill, looking to get some more, gonna be able to do it, they're on a triple, will they be able to secure the 4th? The step from the blast pack to secure the 4th kill. Battlegrounds High School are making their defensive comeback.
Yeah, you know, and a lot of times these 3-site maps tend to favor the offense, but that has not been the case here for either of these 2 teams, and certainly putting up a great defensive stand. You take a look at the economy once more, and you see that it's kind of in a bit of shambles once more for Nachis, as they're trying to decide whether they want to scrap in here with some SMGs, and Ares, a Vandal, a Bulldog, really just an array, a smorgasbord, if you will, of different weapons. And on the other side of things, still full set of rifles here, so Battleground really giving them a solid shot to bring themselves back into it.
Oh, Hot Sauce, there's the Rolling Thunder coming out immediately. Haven trying to slow down the execute, but unfortunately, all they're going to do is walk straight on through the Paranoia. and now Sight has been taken. Nachis with lower weaponry. This is going to be better in close range combat, which is why this B site was such a strong hit site to take. With the volatility coming in, Ninja Don secures the opening pick despite Nachis' little bit of a good situation. Paint Shell's gonna get the next. Hayden switching the wrong direction, buddy. And Pavel secures another 4K to get Battleground High School the next round win on their path.
I mean, you got to feel like the tides have turned a bit. It feels like the momentum has shifted and now seems to be on the side of Battleground, as not only do we see Rays here on Pablo get another 4K, the second in a row, but a flawless round as well. And now with N3, we talked about some of the economic troubles that Nachis is having, so they need to really buckle down and find a full buy as a team. You certainly don't want anything extra working against you, but the economy hasn't been on their side in these last few rounds, and so we've seen Battleground really begin to work their way back into it. Now 4 in a row, and if they find a way to win this round, it's most likely going to be another eco for Nachis.
Oh my gosh, Nachis, they look to potentially be losing this lead. Again, I was a little bit worried about this. This is kind of the other side of the coin when it comes to that double sentinel composition, because it doesn't get as much value as you would like on the attacking side. When you don't work up the map as much as you could be, it gives Battleground High School just a chance to overwhelm you on the retake. Star finds the first. Scout's going to be taken offline. And after that, it seems like Neon Onyx wanting to fight once more and losing out on that waterfall battle again. Haven's going to push through, looking to try and get something. Paint Shell's going to come out to limit the amount of space gathered, but Nachis, they've still got control, but they're looking to leave. They're going to deprive themselves of space on C and instead opt in for a B hit. Rotating door gets picked, and now Rhett's going to be taken down. Going to be equalized, but not for long. Hayden's going to keep up being that playmaker and take this back in their lead.
We've got 2 showstoppers on deck and ready to flex here as well. The spray though, and Star and Hayden will combine for 2. Nachis has stumbled a little bit, but they found some footing when they needed it, and now just 1 away from match point. Luckily, on the side of Battlegrounds, they've put in work these last 4 rounds. They've built up an economy. They're still able to come into a full buy, and again, we've got 3 ultimates on both sides here, so this next round is certainly going to be an interesting one.
Hayden really putting in work there with the blast pack, utilizing that to kind of just off-put their opponents, forcing them to make a little bit of movement errors there. And Battleground High School not able to really work around that, letting Nachis High School take the round win. Order Force going to be activated, looking to hold down the C Long Heights sight line, but the Cypher is going to be sitting over towards C once more. Let's see whether or not these tripwires are going to be able to catch out anybody from Nachis, but I think when it comes down to it, that Raze can be so strong when it comes to deleting utility from the site, so let's have to wait and see.
You see Star lingering in, looking to take a peek to see if they can find any of these trips, but like you said, that Raze able to kind of disable a few of those, blasting onto the site here as well as Hayden, and really, they've just completely given up this site. They're looking to play that retake here together as a full 5-player squad. The spike will go down, and with that, I mean, we see Hayden. Oh, no, it's Pablo to find the first pick. Now the showstopper is going to come out, blast packing toward the site, but it's Hatman, the headhunter, stopping the showstopper itself. The Tour de Force has come out, and it's a force to be reckoned with. Star will find Ninja as well, and all of a sudden, like dominoes beginning to fall, but Hayden, a beautiful flank, will catch Rhett off guard, still has to get through 3 members, and the blind makes it a bit more difficult. Star, a triple kill, and Nachis will now be sitting at match point with 5 different opportunities to close this one out.
Yeah, Nachis, they were looking a little bit weak and faltering when it went to those 4 rounds in a row, but Hatman said no sirree, came back when needed most, shut down Pablo on the showstopper, and brought Nachis to a 12th round. Match points being set, and now, as you said, Hot Sauce, there's 5 more chances, 5 more opportunities. And the money from Battleground High School, it's not looking amazing here. They're gonna have to really keep up in this economy. So you have to make sure the rounds you win dominant. You can't lose people. You can't make your money falter too much, or else if you're going to be put on Bulldogs and Guardians again, it's going to be really rough.
Double blast pack from Pavel to safer position. The showstopper comes out, and it's going to connect here. Pavel goes down. He's been the star player as well, but Haven will answer back through the paranoia. And with that, Ninja looking to work their way on towards site will be spotted. The controlled spray is good for one, but Star and Hatman combine for two. They have the player advantage again. It's Nachi's game to win. Neon has been concussed up top. His scout there as well, and Star, great positioning, spots the head and will collect it again. Pumping heads, getting bread. Star pressing toward the zip here, and it's all down to Neon on this Vandal. The reload comes in at an awkward time. Star, the triple, and Nachi's will close it out.
Hot sauce, I'm just gonna say it. I think Pavel can shut down at the start. That's the nail in the coffin. And after that, it was Nachi's just completely dominating, despite that high ground position that was being taken. Hot sauce, that looked like Nachi's game from the start to finish. Little bit of faltering, 4 rounds given over towards that second half, but it just was not their time. It was not their destiny to win it. In Battleground, they're going to be set down to an 0-2 scoreline in this season, so it's definitely rough, but you know, if anybody can make it back, Pavel definitely seems like the player who can carry a team to another win.
Yeah, I mean, I tip my hats to both teams here today. Battlegrounds obviously stumbled a little bit there, but they fought back nicely and really gave us a good series here. But Nachi's, I mean, just able to wrap it up. They played very, very well together, and when it mattered, they were winning those gun battles. So a great day all the way around. And of course, none of that would be possible as well without the support of Seattle-built PCs. So again, a huge thank you to Seattle-built PCs for their continued support over here at WSSEA. Seattle-built PCs are custom PC builders trusted by the pros. And since 2020, they've been crafting incredible rigs for world-famous esports players, content creators with millions of fans, and even the developers of your favorite games. And so Seattle-built PCs would absolutely love to work with you to create that perfect PC for your needs whenever you are ready. So if you're looking for a custom PC built by people who actually care, make sure you check out Seattle-built PCs at seattlebuilt.com. But what a phenomenal series here today, Cherry J.
Oh, 100%. Both teams played amazing. Honestly, when I was told that these were two teams where one of them was like bronze, silver, maybe a gold player, the other one had a gold 1, gold 3, and a couple silvers, I was really expecting that team to just come out dominantly out of the gates. But both teams played really well throughout this entire series. And I gotta say that everyone here looked good at one point or another. Even if you ended at the bottom of the leaderboard, you at least had one good play. At least, I mean, that chamber especially. Like, I was not expecting them to be able to shut down that showstopper towards the end there and really be able to shut down that 4-round lead that was kind of being built up. So, I don't know about you, Hot Sauce, but I definitely think both of these teams can advance even further later on in the series. However, that is going to be it from us at WSSEA. So make sure to stay tuned for more esports action in the future. But that's it from us tonight. Make sure to stay tuned for later games. Peace.